Domestic terrorists.
A lot of people die.
Vote! Let's not postpone. Wait.
You know what I'm missing in my life? Pretty much playing a game no one remembers anymore because Disney is a terrible company. Yes, this is Club Penguin Island Forever Glitches, as in the title of the video. The first useless glitch I found is jump, press arrow, and press tube. Tube holds animations for some reason, so you could do some broken stuff in this like I did with the other previous videos I made in the playlist. So, unexplainable stuff there happens, and you could do this type of glitch stuff right there. I don't know how the hell to explain it aside from there's a water trigger right there, and if you decide to like do strange stuff like that with an animation with a trigger, it will just doesn't know what to do and just do stuff like that. You can get different effects by the amount of distance you get from the cannon and by how much RNG you gain. You can fall down right at the map in igloos doing these cannon glitches, and basically it's just kinda useless to do. It's there to show off. The second useless glitch is jump, press tube, and just spam arrow, and voila, you're out of bounds. This one is just useless because it's not really out of bounds. You pretty much have invisible walls around you because this is like the beginning of a game, like the introduction of a game. And the next location is the Dead Caves. I call it the Dead Caves because literally this is the one that barely gets the most updates. The glitch that will soon be useful soon is if you use a fire hydrant here and use arrow, it will glitch you right on top of the invisible wall. This one isn't useful because this invisible wall is right on top of the void out zone, which the game does not want you to be. A somewhat useful glitch, if you decide to use the fire hydrant right here, then jump and spam arrow as quick as possible while moving forward, you can glitch through this poorly made invisible wall because, again, this isn't play tested for tube. So now you can pretty much explore out of bounds with tube, and since these triggers are not designed for tube, you can decide to explore stuff that the developers did not want you to do. Like, this clam has collision, which will be proven right now. See, it has collision. The tube literally trusts the clam. Anything else in that room pretty much has no collision. So that's probably the most unknown thing I've ever seen. I think it's time to explain this useful glitch. If you do not move at tube whatsoever, the game thinks you're in an invisible wall. The game doesn't want you to be in the invisible wall, so it will find any movement possible to get you out of this invisible wall to make sure you're not soft locked. So basically, if they register a fire hydrant there with tube, since it's not play tested as usual, basically it'll glitch you right on top of the invisible wall. You can let go of tube, and voila, you're gone out of bounds. This only works in corners or places where you do not move. There's only a few places you can do here because every other map has tons of slopes and terrain. You can do it here because there's a corner and there's flat terrain. You can't do it here because the invisible wall is very small and doesn't rise you that up. And of course you could do it here. I am convinced the playtesters are non-members back in the day this game was still alive. Now the soft lock, since this game has so bloody many because it can't do two things at the same time. The first unexplainable glitch happens. What the hell was that? No penguin model in like 1 second? That only happened because I literally left and joined back in the game. Don't know why it does that. So this mission says you need to change the outfit to literally progress the mission, but this one for some reason doesn't. Every others require you to like wear something of a different color. This one just doesn't. You just press the button and voila, you just completed the mission. I already explained this one before. Jump, press arrow, press tube so you could hold the animation, go in water, and then do some buggy stuff there so you could literally soft lock yourself. This one I just teleported out of nowhere just to show you how broken that is. Now the soft lock glitch I teased about. If you basically land on the water and let the game two things at once, basically the game's soft lock. This one has no backups, like if you take too long it'll teleport you there. So basically you're flat out forced to leave the game. I think it's a good time to mention about triggers and why they're kinda broken now. There are unimportant objects and important objects to interact with. If it's mission objects and they are important and will play first, just make sure you're not soft locked by some reason. Unimportant triggers is basically the one I'm going to right now, like this piranha plant. This will disable for some reason my water ability, so I go out and then the important trigger plays first. Oh, how do I use it? It's basically a way to go out about and see caves much more easier than the RNG glitches. I failed on this one because I picked the wrong piranha plant. Let me speed the process up because you've clearly seen this before already. There, out of bounds. And then we have a broken tube in missions. This one, I'm convinced the developers knew it was broken, so they let the character say, "Stay away, it might be broken." Basically, how this mission tube is broken is that you could time a tube and you could build momentum upward or forwards. Why the hell does this glitch happen? Well, that's because the game can't do two things at once. There's called an important and unimportant triggers. Apparently, the mission trigger is trying to play first with the animation, and that's kinda not possible because the animation is more important. This unexplainable glitch happened because I used debug to get max level so I could literally play the game, and basically doing it in missions pretty much activated the anti-cheat, locking me in this type of screen for literally trying to attempt to play the mission. So basically I found an easier version of a glitch I made in like the last video, where pretty much what you gotta do is pretty much do the same glitch I said about the previous videos months ago, about again the tube animation glitches, like multiple times, and you could get out of bounds, like 0-0 because you're confusing the coordinates about where the game is supposed to teleport you. Also, another out of bounds glitch thanks to missions making characters appear in the worst times possible. This is also another glitch that messes up the coordinates. This glitch is around top 5 hardest glitches in the game, by far. What you gotta do is, the previous glitch I said in the video, how you could use one teleporter to keep teleporting the same spot over and over again, and now you have to abuse the water triggers to literally make sure the game thinks you're in the water, and voila, you're under some objects you put it in the igloo. And the last glitch I could possibly find before ending this video and playing a part 3 in like next year something, is basically now, there's a speed glitch now. Is it a useful speed glitch? No, because speedrunners would have used this right now, it was fast as hell. This is inconsistent and wastes tons of time. It's basically, you swim through the trigger and then press tube immediately. It basically increases your tube momentum massively, like faster than actually swimming. And also, most of these glitches work in offline mode as well. The only one that might not work is the penguin disappearing for 1 second. That's definitely sure server thing. Anyways, I'm just randomly showing the other broken effects about the cannon. So basically, now I could say outro and say, yeah, this is the glitches I found in like a few days and the amount of time I had making these videos, which means it's taken tons of hours and me staying up all night trying to make sure I finish this video. So anyways, outro.
As white kids. We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts. Think about it. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the you know the thing.